Hi, welcome back. This is Google Sites 2. I got cut off before, so I'm just, finishing up what I want to talk about. So before, I just kind of showed you how to make an announcements page, which is basically like a blog post. So you can do that as an option for your website and post like a few different things. I am actually going to rewind for a second and just talk a little bit about the rubric. So let's take the web page design rubric. So this is what I'm going to grade you on. So here's our choices. Basically mostly anything that we learned in physics, although we didn't study nuclear radiation or magnetism. Those are still options you can use. You have to have at least 3 subpages, meaning these things. You have to have at least 3. Sitemap doesn't count because it's automatically there. Navigation between links and home pages, which basically just means this. That if I want to go here, I can click on it, but then I want to go back home, I can just click on that. So other websites don't usually offer that, so you have to embed it. So this one does. So that one's already taken care of. Have at least one interactive component or link to an interactive component. So question is, what is this? Alright, basically I'd like you to do something, something people can play with. Let's go to velocity here, because I didn't really do anything to this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to edit this. I'm going to add some interactive properties. So if you can do one or two things. You can Google like interactive physics velocity, something like that. And usually you'll see a couple different things, come up. I'm kind of interested in what this is. Okay, it's interesting. But I think more importantly, one of the best things is this. Going to this website, the PhET website, this main website. The one that I used it with class. So if you go play with Sims, and then you go to physics, for our purposes, you can see there's all different stuff, but I'm going to stick to motion. And let's go to something that describes velocity. Let's go to linear, the moving man. So we could actually embed this. I know you're all rolling your eyes because I've had such success that you have with it. It's not so bad. If you click embed and notice here's your link, it's already copied for you. We're going to copy that. I'll go back to our site. I'm going to first just, PhET the moving man. Play with the man to understand, to build an understanding of linear motion, in particular velocity. And you could add more to it, just, for now I'm not going to. If you click on this, edit each HTML source, I'm going to put it after this one right here. Update, and there we go. So, if we save this, and it's a little funky, but if you click to run, and give the computer a second to download it. Open. There we go. And here we are. So this is an interactive thing because I can move this and see what happens. I can, give him a velocity and have him go at that velocity. And you can see he's moving at a constant rate because his distance over time isn't changing. If I give him some acceleration, he'll start moving faster and faster until he hits the wall. So that's what I mean by interactive. Now, if you don't want to embed, that's fine. I know people have some issues with that. I said also provide a link. You can always just provide a link. So you could even write, click this link. And then you could copy paste that, insert link, web address, and call it the moving man. And you can also, if you want to be fun, open a new window so it doesn't stay on the same thing. So there we go. Save. That's what I mean by interactive, something that you can play with. If you Google it, you'll come up with a few things. You might even find something really cool. So I encourage you to be creative with this. Okay. Use at least 2 physics examples problems solved using physics equations. I didn't read that right, but that's okay. So what I mean by that is, if we go to free fall, I started doing this already. So I already worked on this a little bit, showing you like what free fall is. You can calculate it using these equations. And then you can solve, here's our example. I'm going to make that bigger because it's really small. So example 1, let's make that nice and big. So solve for that. And then notice on the bottom here, I show how to solve that with the equation. Now, I had a little fun, and I actually embedded this calculator in here so people can actually, do whatever calculation they want. So this could be another example of an interactive feature. How did I do this? I Googled embed calculator in website. Here we go. I picked the one I wanted. And then once again I copy, and then I'm going to put it underneath here. So I go to edit, put it under here, go to here to make it so it's just the raw HTML source. So notice I'm going to go underneath it. This is my last answer. Put it about right here. That didn't work. Let's go back. I know it didn't work because I should be this. Okay, let's try again. There we go, the frame stuff update. And there we go. Now we have a calculator. So that can be one idea of a way to embed things. So, it's fun. Yes, lots of fun. Let's do some math. There we go. And you can check it and whatnot. So pretty cool. I think I will forever do that now because it's really nice to have that there. But I want 2 of these solved equations using your physics concept of choice. Okay, at least 1 video describing physics content. If you notice on my homepage, I embedded a video right here. Again, you may use just a link is fine. If you can embed it, it's better. A discussion of 1 demonstration related to the topic. So for linear motion, let's see if I can remember some of the. Oh, I did, let's add a new page. Sure, why not? We can, nope, sorry, I meant to add a new page. We can call it demonstrations, and we'll keep it a web page. Now, you can do this other option, which is put it under something. So under the home page, I can put it, if I could choose a different location. So maybe I want to do an example of free fall. So demonstrations of free fall. I'm going to have it go under there. Watch what happens when I do that. So now you see this arrow here. And what that did is that you can't see that unless you drop it down. So now it's under here. So I did some free fall demonstrations. You can remember the paper and the book demonstration explains how all objects travel, let's say, fall at the same rate of 9.81 meters per second. Squared. Oh no, I want to square that. I can go highlight this and go to format, and just like Word, you have this. There we go. Make sure you square those things, and it makes it look nicer. And then you can explain the demonstration, use pictures, etc. And that's what I mean by the demonstration part. Let's leave that. So let's say you wanted to add a picture to this. Good point, Nicole. Let's go. Insert many things. So let's see, if you want to insert image, you can either put the web address or choose a file from your computer. Let's go to free fall. So we are talking about free fall in this one. Let's view by large icons. So I can actually see my pictures. There we go. I'm just gonna let's do that one because a GIF moves and it's more fun. Okay, there we go. Although I know it has nothing to do with the paper demonstration. I'm just showing you how to put in a picture. You can also insert many other things. Horizontal line's nice if you want to divide up, you know, some information. So this might be a good place to add a horizontal line. You know, free fall with air resistance. You know, this shows how the forces change when air resistance is present. Once air resistance is the same as the weight the object undergoes, terminal velocity. So let's check. There we go. So that's a horizontal line. Now you can also do all this other stuff. A lot of stuff you could just play around with. But here's the good part. You could actually embed YouTube videos quite nicely. So we can do another demonstration example. Demonstration, the feather, and the hammer. And that was, remember, the feather, hammer, drop on the moon. Here it is. So click on this. Click on that. We don't need that. And what I can do is I can insert video YouTube. I just need the YouTube URL. And there you go. Save. Easy peasy. Save it. There you go. So you can embed it, or you can just simply put it in like that. So there's those features. A link to one additional physics resource. So, for example, you could add, you know, more about free fall. There's a bunch of things. Let's pretend this is one. The Khan Academy. You can watch videos, which is really cool. About anything. Let's go to physics. One-dimensional motion. And let's go with although we didn't officially call it projectile motion, it's the same idea. So let's pretend this is what we're talking about. So this is another thing, another video lesson, if you will. So let's just record, you know, just for sake of example. Let's do this. Let's go to edit. Let's add a horizontal line. More information, more detailed information about free fall. Here. Now, you could leave it like this. This is fine. You could also do the insert link option, but that would cover that. And then lastly, I just want you to add a little something that is yours, you know. For example, you can make your own quiz, an interactive game, facts and myths, sorry. You know, maybe something in the news you saw that was good, or on Facebook that's relevant and appropriate. But anything, an additional source. So maybe you can add something in here. Edit page, and you can, create page, myths, and myths about linear motion. And there you go. So you can just create a page about that. There we go. And it shows up there.